Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you've had an awesome week. Fall is here, water is everywhere, low temperatures one week, high temperatures the next. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. No, I'm not gonna take attendance. I know who's here, okay? Quick thing. I want to thank y'all for being here. I have someone who tells me that I definitely have to be on the autism tree and on a branch that's really high up because my method of communication is different from everybody else's on the planet. So I am really grateful you're here and that you're able to understand what I mean to say. Okay? That is just so awesome. And I'm sorry, I'm too old to be bothered to go have it tested. I don't care. I am me, and I'm glad that some of you have taken time out of your busy day to spend some time with me. Now, listen, I forgot to tell y'all. I've decided that I'm going to make these little visits once every 2 weeks. Every week is exhausting. It is, and I can't manage because I'm doing so much else. Let me tell you, since I've realized I have limited time in this body, I am trying to do everything that I can. Um, the movement, what's going on? I'm rolling a ball of waste yarn. I have gotten back to Miss Blue. She's Miss Blue this week, not Princess Blue. Let me tell you, after 3 months of not using her, why did I think I would go back and she would be like, yes, let's do this? I gotta, let me show you what happens when you ignore me. I tried to rib. I had so many drop stitches. I started that rib cuff so many times. It was embarrassing. And you know what? I still have a dilemma. Let me show you what I did. Hold on. Let me put this on blue because it's for her. I'm going to need it. Okay. Oh. That means I'm going to have to get up. That's annoying. Anyway, those were things I was going to show you that fell. Now, um, okay, I did a long rib. Pretend these two are together. And then I separated them. And I thought this was perfect until I tried this one, which is longer on. And I preferred this length. Yes, that's a drop stitch. And this is after she was cooperating. There are two of them on this, but I can deal with two drop stitches. It's when it's 4, 5, and 6. Oh my goodness. I know now not to ignore blue. She doesn't like it. But isn't this blue awesome? I dyed it. We'll talk about me and dyeing. Anyway, I now have a short and a long, and I prefer the long. So, what am I going to do? I have put these on some 2 mm needles, but I'm thinking maybe I should switch to 1.5 and do a couple rows and see if I can match blue's ribbing tension. Or if that doesn't, you know what? The 2 mm needles are in there. I should do a couple rows of those and see how it looks first. It doesn't make sense to take it out to put in the 1.5 just to see if the 1.5 works. The 2 mm are in here. I'm going to work with that. I don't know. If I had just done it in half, it doesn't matter. There's a way to fix this, and if all else fails, I have enough yarn. I will just throw it on blue. But I've got to fix that rib stitch. Okay, let me tell you. I was going to fix it. I had to go visit my dad yesterday, so I took the bus. It's a nice 45-minute ride. Huh? The bus driver decided it was going to be a nice 30-minute ride. That bus bounced me here. I was sitting on the bus trying, well, I realized once all the movement started, there was no way I was going to be able to fix this stitch. So, what did I do? I pulled out this. Did something fall here? Oh, no. No, it's not intact. Is that part of what fell? No. Remember last time I showed you, there goes something that fell. I am the fall queen. Remember this carousel sock? Oops, I'm pulling out needles. Ooh, that's blinding orange. Isn't it yummy? Okay, I took out all that I had and I started from scratch. I decided, since I didn't know which needles I used, was it the 2 mm, the 1.5, or the 2.5, or the 3? I just took everything out and I started over. And here I've done most of the sock, because this is here's the heel, here's the part on the top of your foot. Up here will be the foot going up, and down here that the leg going up. Feet don't. Well, never mind. The leg going up, and then the feet coming this way. And I was able to finish that. Well, to do that part. Now I have to do the rest. But in the meanwhile, I started the second one. Hold on. Let me take all this out. Okay. So I made a dent in this, and let me tell you, I tried to work on this on the bus. Here's my heel. It's on the needle, so it's a little awkward to see. But I'm trying to match this to this. Okay? As I said, the bus was all over. It was, you would have, you know how airplanes have turbulence? This bus had turbulence. Okay? I couldn't believe it. And I was traveling from northeast to southeast. After a while, I had to put this away because the bus was moving so much. I couldn't get anything done. And it was frustrating. Okay? Now, why do I have so many needles? Well, what have I discovered? That I have a lot more needles than I thought I did. So, what I have done, oh no, these have a problem. I found my shorter needles. Let me show you what they look like next to each other. Oh, they're 3, okay. You don't need to see all of them. And what I do is I start the carousel sock on the shortest needle, then I move to a longer needle, and then I move to the longest needle. Okay? Okay, and now I had a interesting time matching these up, because you can tell the difference between 1.5 and 2.5 and even 2 mm, but between 2 mm, 2.5 mm, 2.75 mm, and 3 mm, you really need x-ray vision. But I think I've done it, and this is what's going to work for me. Yes, for once something actually went right. Okay, and I have 2 sets of these longer ones. I'm still looking. I know I have 2 sets of the 2 mm. I don't know that I have 2 sets of the 2.5, but I'm going to look. I have so much stuff in this house. Amazing, amazing. And what I don't have and need, I'm going to buy. Okay? Now you ask yourself, why is she making hand knit socks? Well, why is she hand knitting socks when she has a machine? I got bored with the machine. I did. Because I use it for basic socks, stockinette. Yes, I like texture, so occasionally I dip and dabble in the texture. But the Euclid sock, someone else can figure out how to do it on the machine. To me, that's too much trouble. It's easier to do by hand. And I found some socks that I really want to do by hand. Okay? But I'd have to get back to Princess Blue over here, because I'm in the doghouse. No, I'm not in the doghouse. I'm under the doghouse because I didn't make any socks over the summer. So people are looking at me and going, I have to go and buy some socks, and they're looking at me and they're cutting their eye and they're rolling their eye. It was my first vacation. I don't understand what's the problem. Don't we all need a vacation? Didn't you need a vacation? So, to get myself from under the doghouse or maybe into the doghouse, I'm going to have to make some socks. But I'm going to still be doing some hand knit ones because I think some of them are much easier by hand than on the machine. And also, I have an opportunity to ride the trains 2 to 3 times a week. And the train ride is much smoother, and I need to have something to do because trains are always delayed. And even though these look like a weapon, when I'm using them, I don't think of how to do my neighbor in because I'm annoyed that the train isn't running. So it's off to the races with these. Okay, I can turn my head now that I've cut my hair. What else have I been doing? Let's put this up. Oh, you know what? I need you to keep, oh, it fell. Everything falls when I start. Keep an eye on these. What are these? These are undyed yarn with a little area dyed in them. They're going to be part of a dyeing project, and I want you to keep an eye and let's see the progress I make. Because rather than talk about it, I'm going to do it and we're going to see if it works. And speaking of dye, I've been bitten by the dye bug. Oh my goodness, did this fall off? Hold on. Oh. Ah, look at that, it's coming off. Oh. And there's that one all the way over there. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Here we are. You know my favorite colors. I did. I needed to do more of this. Let me tell you, when I dyed this, well, first of all, my dyes are really old. I bought them between 2014 and 2016, and I haven't used any since 2019. Okay? So I went to dye this, and I put too much dye. This soaked in hot water for 3 consecutive days, and I kept rinsing it out 3 or 4 times an hour, and it was bleeding. And I wanted to use it in combination with another color, so that was not going to be good with all that bleeding. Finally, I broke down and I just threw it in the washing machine and let it run an entire half an hour so that it would stop bleeding. But we know this is one of my favorite. Look at the cone. We know. Now, let me tell you, I love the orange I've been using for the carousel sock. And here's a little bit of it. And let me tell you, I've gotten some beautiful colors in pursuit of that orange. I've gotten this. This is nice. I've gotten this. This one, I'm disappointed. It came out all right, but I want the bright orange. Look at the difference. I think I put too much red and too much black in this, but it's a nice color. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with it, because it is nice, but it's not this. I will keep trying. And as usual, look at this, it's ready to fall. There's another thing of yarn around here, probably fell. Oh yeah, it's over there. I'm not chasing it. Okay. Here's the yellow that I did first, and I tried to match it. It's close, but not close enough. But that's all right. I'll figure out a way to use it, because I know with me, these two are my staples. I love these two colors. And I know people see them together and go, oh my God. I go, okay. Yeah, nah, I'm not going over there to look for that. What else? Oh, let me tell you, I am so disappointed. In looking for needles to work to do some hand knit socks, I came across this, and look what I happened to do. Look at that. While I was sitting on the chair, oh,